talking about your basketball defense because I think it wasn't as good as your football defense. So there was no harm involved
hey man,
there,
all
Ryan.
district, all metro got MVP votes, and it wasn't because of my jump shot.
So you know what that was? I set you up so you could tell America you're a good basketball player.
Thank
too.
you. You know
welcome.
what? That's why
You're
you
welcome.
do TV, Eve.
You're welcome.
My guy.
All right, these guys are here. We're going to talk about the late games coming up momentarily, but we got to go back to an earlier game, Zubin, and that was what we saw with the Panthers and the Niners because San Francisco really this good? I mean, they're dropping like mad points on people and making professional teams look bad out here with these highlights, Zubin.
ESPN executives salivating over the undefeated Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo Super Bowl to come in Miami.
Yes, we are.
Excited about
Wait,
that.
I'm not exec. Never mind.
Getting excited about Tevin Coleman, Rye. He had a game for the ages.
They've been waiting for Tevin Coleman to get healthy. Missed a little bit early on in the season, but he got rolling today.
And then this one for 48, and it was all Niners all day, Coach.
Yeah, they ran the ball, and they run the ball all season. They're starting to get healthy. And look, getting Emmanuel Sanders obviously is going to help. That defense is for real.
They picked him up in the Broncos last week. Ryan, Nick Bosa, I mean, he was a terror. 3 sacks in the first half, also had a pick.
Listen, anytime your daddy that swole, you know what type of player that you're going to be. Nick
better be.
He's been coming along since the Cleveland game, and we're seeing him make more and more plays. Now he's just in the competition to know who's better between him and his brother.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to tackle him. You notice that? Nobody wanted to really tackle him.
I wouldn't have tackled him either.
He wasn't going down easy either.
No, he was not.
No. Ask Baker Mayfield about that on Monday Night Football, and ask Kyle Allen about that today. By the way, Allen finally threw a pick. He actually had 3. He had gone 159 passes in his NFL career before throwing an interception, but it was all downhill as the 49ers crack a half 100. Ron Rivero, what say you?
Well, things got away from us when we missed opportunities to get off the field on 3rd down. And that was tough, unfortunately. And then, to get a little bit of a lead, and then you can make some things happen.
What were they doing on the ground that was working so well for them?
Well, we were getting out of our creases, and they were blocking us out of our creases. And, it's just one of those things. I'm going to take a look at the tape, and we'll go from there. But, I'm not going to sit here and criticize. We'll take the blame, okay? We got beat by a better football team today. On me as the head coach to make sure we do things the right way, okay? Whatever happened on that football field will be corrected, and that's all we can do. I'm not going to look back, and I'm not going to put blame on anybody but myself. It's that simple. Well, the biggest thing more so than anything else is we talked about is that we got to learn from this, okay? There's some things that happened on the tape that we got to get corrected, and that's the truth of the matter. And, as I said, I'm going to take the responsibility, and we're going to move on from there.
Always comes out pretty even kill guy.
I thought we played very well down there. Hopefully, as the year goes, we don't end up where we've been ranked here these last 6 games. Hopefully, we can balance that out. I know we took a good step in that direction today, but it's week to week. Loved having Emmanuel out there. It was very fun. He came out, helped us big at the beginning, and had a few big passes to him. Had that touchdown. I think it was tipped, so he made a hell of a play on it. But guys did good all up and down the field today.
Have you ever been 7-0 before?
No, I have not.
Some of this just kind of feeds on itself, do you think, to get to this point?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's always one game at a time, and the more games you win, the more confidence guys get. Just like the more games you lose in a row, the less confidence you get. It's both can be a little bit contagious to the team, and I think our guys. We've won a lot of different ways, been in a lot of different types of games, and I think our guys, the more you do that, the more you can reassure yourself that you can pull out certain types of wins when it's low scoring, high scoring, when you have certain.
It's great defense. It's great sound defense. I had a good feel, had a good rhythm for what they are. In this game, as you get older, people lose respect for you, and that's the frustrating thing sometimes about this game is like, people say, oh, he's 31, man, he can't be the best corner in football, so we'll just give it to somebody else. It's like, oh, you don't guys that don't actually watch the film. And Pettis had told me, I guess he's friends with the quarterback, and he was like, hey, man, his plan is to just go at you. And I was like, you don't understand. Like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And I've been playing at a high level for, my 15 minutes started an hour ago. Like, I've been doing this. So it's one of those things where you take advantage of the ops. A guy's going to sit here and throw 5-yard hitches and gain confidence and like, oh, my God, we got a chance. And then as soon as you throw anything substantial, I'm taking it. And Tart did a great job on that play, too. He was in a great position. The D-line has been hunting all day. That's the great thing about this defense is you just have to play sound. When your D-line's hunting like that, Bosa deserves all the credit in the world. D. Ford, Defoe, Eric Armstead. You see Ronnie Blair got in there, Solly. pressure all day and night on him. You know, DJ Jones came in there, huge sack early on, and that's what you need. You know, I mean, you had Sheldon come in there and great third down stops. It's team defense, and that's what we're playing. Emmanuel Mosley, like a few weeks ago, everybody's concerned, everybody's worried. Oh my God, we lost to Kello, and Kello's a great player, and we can't wait to get him back. But so's Eman, you know, so's Emmanuel. And Emmanuel has played at a high level and, you know, had very limited opportunities and finally gave him an opportunity. He just read it, he played well, and he got his hands on the ball. That's just sound football. These guys are playing great, and I think they deserve all the credit in the world. Obviously, Fred and Quan deserve a ton of credit, but the safeties back there eliminated. You know, they had some posts, some good throws, and Tartan and Jimmy went out there and eliminated it. You know, when 22 broke out, you know, he's a good player. He's going to get his runs. You know, Jimmy was able to get him down and keep points off the board, you know, and that's what you appreciate about the eraser. He's not going to get enough credit for that. It's not going to show up as a huge stat in the stat sheet, but he's a guy that you appreciate.
Richard, you have talked about pregame fuel and using that. Are you completely sure Dr. Pettis was not making that up?
No, I'm not completely sure, and I love that. That's what I love about it, because he knows how I am too. And so he could not know this kid at all and could have said that. So you guys, you know, they'll write a story about it and be like, Richard Sherman said he said this. I don't know if he said it, but Pettis said he said it, so it pissed me off. And I didn't respect it. It doesn't seem like it, though, does it? Like, I mean, he's an incredibly poised player. He's everything you could ask for. He's probably one of the best picks in 10 years with just how he's played. And he's played like this since day one. You know, if it wasn't for the ankle injury, everybody would have saw it early on in the preseason. But, you know, he didn't get to play the preseason. Everybody's like, oh, my God, he's number 2 pick. He hasn't played. But when he came in here, if you watched him from day one like we got to, he plays like a 10-year vet. He plays with such a savviness and such a poise, such an aggression that it's like he's been playing on this level. So you can tell he's been coached up great at a young age. Obviously, his family is a great pedigree, but he's an incredible talent, and he's so humble. He's a humble, you know, nice guy. You know, I don't know what he does in his free time, but I think he plays video games and he comes to work and he wrecks havoc, you know, and he deserves player of the week or rookie of the week or rookie of the year or everything. You know, if he just kept the stat line as it is right now, he could win rookie of the year. But right now he should be in line for defense MVP. The mistakes. Like, we gave up way too many explosive plays. Like, it was dirty. It was nasty. Like, McCaffrey skated out, you know, for the touchdown. That was an explosive. That was a sloppy play on our behalf. We could have got that stop. The play where he had the long run, where Jimmy had to, like, those are mistakes. Those are the things you focus on. You focus on correcting the mistakes. I'm sure Jimmy will focus on the turnover. You don't focus on things you did well, because the things you did well will make you complacent. You focus on things that you didn't do well, the things that you can correct, because sure, it's a huge win. Everybody's happy, but it could have been cleaner. We could have been more precise. We could have been better.
A fiery and funny Richard Sherman. Final thoughts from the guys. I want to start with you because your final thought has to do with those Niners.
Man, listen, these Niners are for real. Like, this is a team early on in the season in week 2. I had to do contenders or pretenders. Right. And I said that this team was a pretender. I didn't believe in a team that only won 4 games and was coming into this year and hadn't beaten anybody. Now, they play teams that we think are good. They played the Los Angeles Rams and shut them down. You play against the Carolina Panthers, who Kyle Allen had them believing they may bench Cam Newton, and you go out and hang 50 on them. And so when you can rush the passer, as this team does, when you play this type of team defense, and you have a Kyle Shanahan ran offense that schematically is one of the best in the NFL, you have a chance to win in the playoffs. And I think they have the goods. They have an opportunity for us to be talking about them well into January.
Yeah, Coach, clearly one of the teams that's revealed itself. But from your standpoint, the thing that's going to stand out to you most about what you saw here in Week 8?
Well, I think, you know, what I saw today, the Philadelphia Eagles really impressed me. And I think, you know, when you look at how they were able to run the football for 218 yards, you know, against a good Buffalo defense. You look at when they get Deshaun Jackson back, or you look at when they get Malik Jackson back in that defensive front. I still think this is a contender and a team that showed me a lot today when they answered the bell, you know, to go there against a very, very good Buffalo Bills defense.
All right, so we mentioned Bill Belichick, 300 career wins, including playoffs. Here he is addressing the media.
Start fast and play with good tempo early.